If I had someone I knew, and this has never happened to me before, but if someone I knew came up to me and said, dude, there's a fucking wig ghost in my bathtub, I would immediately take it 100% serious. I would 100% believe them. Not even a question. Greetings, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back. We are back to watch some more The Summer Hikaru Died. Episode 5. It's been a little while since the last episode, and previously, I remember they talked quite a decent amount about some sort of ritual. The people in the village, the older gentlemans, were talking something about a ritual that they apparently tried and failed with, as well as the fact that there's always been some sort of, for like 300 years, there has been some sort of god that they worship that they have to kind of appease, and the mountain god. And yet they never go into any kind of detail. Regardless, let's just get into episode 5. Bruh. How about... Okay, how about... Yeah, good. How about we don't touch that? Honestly? Now, let me guess what happened. They came in there and they were like, oh, there's nothing. And then it's gone, right? Like, I'm not gonna lie, am I the only one who doesn't like that? You know? Like when they do that thing where one character sees something that's obviously there, because we also see it, right? Because we're the audience, right? We also see it. And then when another character comes to confirm it, then it's gone. Now, that makes sense when it's like they're obviously having a hallucination or something. But when it's not, and the reason I don't like it is the idea that they obviously saw something, but now the show wants to make them seem as if they're embarrassing themselves to the other person. I guess what I'm trying to say is that I don't like secondhand embarrassment. You know, like I don't like it when people are seen by another as some sort of like, oh, you're a crazy person, or you're lying, or you know, even though that they're not lying, we know that they're not lying, but they're seen as a liar, or seen as like, oh, you're overreacting, or you know, like it's kind of like you clearly see something and you freak out, and then everyone kind of, they look around, they don't see anything, and it's like, oh, you must be hallucinating, or you must be crazy, or you must be like, you know, you must be this and that and the third thing. Kind of going off a tangent here, but like, imagine if you're in a, I've thought about this scenario before, but imagine you're in a, like a stadium, right? And there's hundreds of people, thousands of people, right? And you're sitting there, you're just watching the game or whatever, right? And then one person, maybe it's during a break time or something, everyone's just kind of chilling, waiting. And then all of a sudden, one person stands up, looks at the sky, points at it, and it's like, oh my god, look, what the fuck is that up there? Right? Everyone obviously looks up, they don't see anything. Right? And this person starts fucking screaming. There's like fear screaming, right? Like they're clearly seeing something, but no one else can. Right? The first thing most people start thinking is, this person is off their meds. You know, they're fucking crazy. Now, I personally, I don't think that. The first thing I think of is, even if only one person here sees this, whatever it might be, that doesn't mean that they're crazy. It could just mean that they're seeing something that no one else can. To me, just because the majority can't see something doesn't mean that it doesn't exist. But in that situation, a lot of these people thinking that this person is a crazy person just kind of like makes me feel that secondhand embarrassment, you know? Like Jesus. A lot of horror stories do that thing, which I'm not a fan of, to be honest. I just kind of wish, like, if you're gonna do a horror thing, you might as well just have the other characters also see it. Because they eventually end up seeing it anyway, right? But they have to have this thing that they do where one character sees it but no one else does for a while. And they keep seeing it over and over. And everyone thinks they're crazy until they start dying one by one. Don't really know why they do that. I guess maybe to make all the other characters not take the person seriously and think that they're fucking around, and then they're not, like, you know, they're not prepared for the ghost. I was remembering the time when I was inside you, right? Jesus Christ, bro. The thing is, right? I'm gonna be completely honest, right? I'm not into gay, right? I'm not. I don't care. To me, if I were to see like two gay guys making out in front of me, I think that's disgusting, right? But I don't yuck someone and says yum. Just like I don't like a lot of garlic in my food, doesn't mean that a lot of people don't like garlic. I have no problem other people liking it, right? And I think in this show, it would be fine. It would. Except for the obvious elephant in the room, which is Hikaru, in this case, is not fucking human, right? It is a very dangerous, supernatural, weird, sludge creature. So yeah, that's why I'm not really like exactly hoping for their gay relationship to happen here, right? If anything, what I see right now is this creature who may not have bad intentions necessarily, at least towards Yoshiki, but him actually, like, quote unquote falling for this creature is a bad idea, like a very bad idea. Like if they were just normal characters, right, humans both, sure, but you know, one of them is not like the other. Brother. Huh? And, you know, we joke about it, but, like, still. One of them is a weird creature, the other is human. My first instinct is, why do this again? Right? Why is he doing that again? Then I'm reminded of when Hikaru attacked him that one time, and then he was like, "Oh, it feels good. It feels good? What?" So I'm guessing, I'm starting to think that there's some sort of like thing where it feels good to be in contact with this creature, which is why he thinks to himself he's doing it out of like some sort of like scientific purpose, but in reality he's like just naturally wanting to feel that goodness again, that good. Because otherwise I don't see what the point of doing this again is, because we already had that kind of, you know. What? What are we having, a rave all of a sudden? He's tickling the nerves, the pleasure centers of his brain. Oh my god, he is. What's on his arm?
当かうすうす思っとったけど自分が気持ちええからやったんとちゃうの人が嫌がっとることはあんましたらあかんねんでわかった？
なんやわかったよ。本当に嘘はついてやんから。
混ざるってのはね、生きたまんま中身があちらに近づいていくあれの一部になるようなもんや。一生離れられんくなるよ。それにあちらの世界のもんも引き寄せやすくなる。
昨日よりなんか濃くなっとる。
お風呂入る無理。だってカツラのお化けが出るんやもん。
何言ってんの。入浴
See?
好きなの入れていいから。
See? This fucking thing, brother. If I had someone I knew, and this has never happened to me before, but if someone I knew came up to me and said, dude, there's a fucking wig ghost in my bathtub, I would immediately take it 100% serious. I would 100% believe them. Not even a question. I find it hard to believe something like when someone says that they see things. You know, like, they kind of just say that they see things. You know, they might be like schizophrenic or something, but they, quote unquote, see things, right? And when you ask them, what is this thing that you see, they can't describe it, right? Then I'm like skeptical. It's like, well, then you clearly didn't see shit because you can't describe it. Like if you actually saw something, you could be, you would be able to describe your experience, your vision, your, you know, whatever you're seeing. When it comes to like, quote unquote, these seeing things, then I'm like, okay, whatever, bro. If you can't describe it to me, sure, brother, whatever. But if someone came to me and was like, dude, like, I 100% saw a fucking, like something in my fucking bathtub, and then when you came in, it was gone, I would 100% take them seriously. I would do two things. I would 100% take them seriously. I would investigate. I would keep it in the back of my head. But at the same time, then I would also say, hey, we'll check things out. But if we can't find anything, you need to go to see a doctor as well, just in case. Because, you know, people with like brain cancer might be seeing things as well. But I would always keep that in mind. I would be like, hey, I 100% believe you. And, you know, like, I'm sure you did see something. Whatever it was, and it could be that there is a ghost in the bathtub, but it's not there right now, right? So it's like I would 100% believe them, and I would tell them that I believe them. But it's like, exactly, right? Oh, you're not making any sense. Brother, it doesn't have to make sense. Maybe it's because I can, like, easily put myself in other people's, like, position. I can put myself in their shoes, mentally. So it's like, I would 100%, like, if I saw something, I would want someone to believe me. Even if I'm saying some crazy shit, you know?
こんなもんで何ができる
ちゃんと切れますよ。人は切れませんけどね。ここで待っていても仕方ないんで。探してもらおうと思います。
Every time there's a crane game, I always say this. They're fucking broken. They're designed to not work. They're designed for you to not win. So never play a crane game. Never. They are actively designed that you don't get anything.
せやねん、妹が風呂にカツラのお化けが出るから入りたないって。
なんやそれ、絶対抜け毛。
いや、なんかクソ量多くて明らかに抜け毛ちゃうて。しかもめちゃくちゃアグレッシブなんやって。
嘘。
See, and everyone's like, no way. Like, yeah, but how do you explain that then? Because people don't just see things randomly, right? I know I'm talking about this a lot, but like, I guess, like, I've thought about this before, right? So I guess I just want to talk about it. But like, again, if someone saw something, something is very wrong. Either one, they were right in what they saw, and there is some sort of fucking creepy ghost thing, or two, they're actively seeing hallucinations, which means this could be a very bad medical situation. There's two possibilities. One, they're lying for some reason. You have to ask yourself, why would they lie? And two, if they actually saw something and you actually believe them because they're your family member or someone you know, and they are seriously freaked out, then in that case you have two options. One, there's actually a fucking ghost thing, or two, like they are seeing hallucinations, which could be a very bad medical situation. So in both cases, you don't just be like, no way, bro, no way. They're bullshit. No, blah, 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 you know. No way. They're just fucking around. Like, you know, it's like, again, if someone came up to me and someone I knew came up to me and said, hey, I saw this fucking ghost thing and I'm freaked out, I would take it seriously. Either they're telling the truth or they think they saw something and there's something wrong medically.
なんで俺の家にお化け出るん？てかあれって一体何なん？
何ってなんやろな、汚れ汚れ的な、人間が生きてるところには必ずたまるんよ。
Yeah, but you're luring them now, yeah?
最悪や。
Because you're in contact with them?
良識があっちの奴らにとって魅力的なんや。
For some reason, yeah. I wonder why. Or maybe it's because you're hanging out around them all the time.
ようわからん。
That might even be where they're going with this. Like, you know, Hikaru eventually realizes, oh shit, I'm putting Yoshiki in danger by being around him, and then leaves. Or something.
何もおらん。
いや、おる。
マジで？
本当にな。俺に寄ってくるんはええけど、なんで良識にまで。大丈夫大丈夫。お前は俺が守るから。
Patience, young. Okay.
おい、ヒカル、大丈夫か？おい。この感覚。
Unless he was like curled up in the bathtub. I don't think that's how it works unless the bathtub is like a portal to another dimension or something. That's disgusting. They definitely know how to do anxiety.
こいつは昔ヒカルと世話をしとった。
今日の餌当番よしきやったやろ。
生き物なんやからこういうのは仕方ないことやったんや。
言い訳すんなや。
ヒカルやって、あん時餌のこと忘れとったやろ。その度に俺があげてたけどな。
Placing blame
いい加減認めろや。
never works. What is even the point?
俺のせいやない。だから死んだんやないの。お前はいっつも育児なしやな。
What the fuck is going on? Ah. His mind is gone right now. Normally I would expect explanations of what's going on, but because it's just random supernatural shit, I don't expect to know what's going on, you know? Because the rule is, in a situation like this, the rule is it's just supernatural stuff. You can't, like, you know, you don't expect to know what's going on exactly. That is so fucking creepy, bro.
け覚えとって頭から離れん。俺はいつかまたこいつを手にかけるんちゃうか。
でもお前が戻ってきて本当によかった。守るって言ったそばからこんなんで泣きそうや。
お前なんでそこまで。
なんでかな、とっさに動いてしまうから。
あんたら川遊びかなんかしてたの？
光やん、なんで絆創膏？
おばさん、今日何食べるん？
ハンバーグ。ヒカルくん夕飯食ってく？
食べたい。
光むっちゃ食うからな。
成長期やもん。屋敷の身長今に越すで。
へえ、無理やろ。
あの化け物が薫や母さんに襲いかかっとったら。
なあ、屋敷はもう育たんでええやろ。屋敷の分食うてええ。
は？まだまだ育つわ。成長痛で毎晩足がミシミシいっとるからな。
ね、怖っ。植物かよ。
こいつは光やないし人間ですらないけど、きっとこのままいけば人として暮らしていける可能性やって。
Well, that's not.
楽しみやな。
That's a flag if I've ever seen one.
そうやな。
Oh, wait, there's more.
ここです。
なんかの祠か。何しとるお前か。
まだこの下にいるみてえだな。
Ow.
何しとんねん。
ここだと脳抜き様だったか。あれを追わせるんす。こういう汚れはあれに寄っていくはずなんで。あれは移動している可能性がある。鼻が利く者に手伝ってもらいましょう。
田中、この村にとってこん男がいいもんやと思うやん。いつかこん男が村を壊すんではないかと。でも俺はどこかでそれを望んどるんか。
All right, well, that was episode 5. They definitely seem to be quite clear with the idea that touching Hikaru's real flesh, or the creature inside the body, like if touching it feels good to humans, I guess. Where they're going with that, I don't know, but ultimately, I feel like it's one of those things, right? It's like a drug. You probably shouldn't want to be feeling that all the time. I am hoping that Yoshiki definitely takes the woman's words a little bit more seriously. With I believe she said something along the lines of like, if you mix too much, you might start attracting creatures, right? He's been hanging out with this creature for 6 months now, 6 months plus. So obviously it makes sense if all kinds of creatures are coming after him now, right? All kinds of creatures are now showing up at their house and stuff. And this is probably not something that they're going to talk about at all, but considering the woman told us pretty much just earlier, well, not earlier, but like last episode, the one before that, if you mix with these creatures too much, you start attracting them. If that is the case, then he would know that, oh shit, I've been hanging out with this creature for 6 months plus. Maybe that's why this very dangerous creature showed up at our house. You want to hang out with your quote-unquote friend, but at the same time, if it means putting your family in danger, right? Like, and we also established that he doesn't consider him Hikaru, right? He knows his friend is dead. This is someone else. And yeah, they might be getting friendly, but ultimately, if it's a new friend versus the safety of your family, I mean, like, I think the answer is obvious. And then, of course, the one thing that I must say that I'm not a fan of is the fact that I guess they just completely ignore the fact that the little sister had seen a fucking monster in the bathtub, and now they just kind of forget about it. Dude, if I saw a supernatural creature in my shower or in my bathroom or anywhere, really, I would not forget that shit ever. I would start doing research as to what the fuck it could have been. I would maybe, I don't know, check in with my doctor, get myself checked out. If I don't, maybe I'm schizophrenic or something. I would not just be like, oh yeah, I guess I just saw things. I was just seeing things. That's not how that's not how reality works, you know? PSA, if you see something, just to make sure you understand, people don't just see supernatural things, right? If you do see supernatural things, you might want to get yourself checked out or consult others who might know what is going on. But what you don't want to do is simply be like, oh yeah, it must have been nothing. I guess I was just seeing things. Let me just go along and live my life as normal as before. Yeah, no, definitely not. Regardless, I hope you enjoyed episode 5 of The Summer Hikaru Died, and we shall be back with episode 6 next time. Until then, ladies and gents, I shall bid you adieu.